Alrighty, hello everyone, and welcome to 19 kilo scale models. My name is Daniel, and what I have for you today is this amazing kit from Takom. This is the Vk100.01P. The P standing for Porsche, or Porsche, I believe as it's called. This vehicle was given the nickname Mammoth, or Mammoth in English. All right, so it's a 2-in-1 kit. I thought it was just because it comes with two different guns. It's also the engine deck that is also interchangeable. Comes with photo etch. You can leave the hatches open or closed. So what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to go ahead and read off what little information or description about this tank. On May 21st, 1942, Porsche received the order to produce a super heavy 100-ton tank. The Vk100.01P was initially given the unofficial name Mammoth during the planning of the prototype. By July 17th of the same year, the name had been changed to the Mouse. The turret weighed some 23 tons and housed a 15-centimeter L40 main gun. An alternative plan was considered to install the 12.8 centimeter L50. The armor thickness in the front of the hull was to be 120 millimeters thick, and the tank was to be powered by an air-cooled 16-cylinder diesel engine. From the research, what little information comes about this tank and what I found online through only channel was Wikipedia, everything else is World of Tanks. It was originally this tank, then the Mauschwin, which was also another blueprint tank that never existed. Both the Mauschwin and the Mammoth never made it into production. They were only existed in blueprints. They were called paper panzers, is what we refer to them, at least in World of Tanks. So yeah, this is a behemoth of a tank that the Germans had created that just, it didn't fall through. Of course, the Germans came through with the Mouse. Two, of course, one without a turret, one with a turret, which the Russians later captured towards the end of World War II and brought back with them, and you can find that in a museum somewhere in Russia. I forgot the name of it. So, the box art looks awesome. I didn't even notice the little guy that's hiding right here, with the Panzerfaust. Looks like a German civilian, a 1945, 1946 what-if type of concept. So yeah, I'll go ahead and open this kit up. I've already cut the seal on it, pulled all the sprues out of their original packaging so that way you're not hearing the plastic in this video. So we have the lower hull, or as most of the modelers call it, the bathtub style hull. Here we've got our F sprue, comes with the bottom portion of the turret, top of the turret. You've got the gun mantlet, which this is actually really well, it's got a little bit of a casting design into it already, so you don't really need to. You, I guess, can do it more if you want. It's got the back of the turret, looks like the back part of the engine deck. Next, you've got the main gun, which is the two main guns. So the smaller gun, the bigger gun. You've got part of the front of the lower hull, or the front slope as I always call it, along with the tools and one of the hatches. Two sprues of the running gear. Looks pretty simple, pretty solid. Two more sprues, same thing, of the road wheels and the sprocket wheels, along with the, end caps for them. Here we've got the other gun mantlet, the commander's cupola, the side armor, which I don't know if you can tell on the camera or not, but it's really, really thick for, normal side skirts. along with the 2 different engine decks, and that's what I just noticed when I was going through the directions, is that's also what makes it a 2-in-1, is you have 2 different engine decks. I was a little surprised that this kit came with rubber band tracks. I thought this was a little neat, though. It comes with 4 half pieces of rubber band tracks, so they will pin together. There's actually metal pins that will piece these together, so we'll see how these go. I personally am glad that these are not individual tracks, because that would be a pain, and would probably deter me from having ever built this kit. Polycaps, which is always a good sign if you need to take the road wheels off to paint them. Some people will, glue the running gear together with the track and pull that all off to paint them. But I always like polycaps because it makes it just easier to pull the wheels off if I need to in order to paint them. Of course, you've got the decals, German Army insignias. Not sure the actual name for them, but in World of Tanks they're called the marks of excellence, or the markings that they would put on the gun barrels for number of kills. Different colored numbers depending on the color scheme that you choose to go with for this model. Yeah. Here we've got the little metal pins that are used to actually put the rubber band tracks together. So we'll see how those go in. Hopefully they don't bend or anything like that. And then the only complaint I've had so far about this kit at all is the photo etch that comes with it. So the one thing I noticed is that there's no backing to the photo etch. Just a simple piece of cardboard, because what I figured out, and I don't know if the camera will show it or not, but it's actually already bent. And depending on what kit you could be doing, this one's pretty simple. All the grill grates just need to be straight. But again, now I've got to figure out a way to flatten these and make sure that they actually stick, because they're already bent in half because there's nothing backing them. So the weight of the sprues had actually bent the photo etch. So hopefully, Takom sees this and, just a simple, small little piece of cardboard put behind it to, just reinforce this. It is actually already sealed in some sort of a plastic, but again, just doesn't have a backing, and the weight of the sprues actually seems to have bent this, or, just whenever it was delivered. So, and yeah, that's pretty much just about it for this kit, other than the paint markings that come with this. So here on the box, we've got, shows all the sprues, what it comes with, the steel pins, metal gun barrel, photo etch, decals, polycaps, and of course on the other side the different paint schemes. And again, these are what if paint schemes because this tank never really existed, but it's primarily based off of other German paint schemes of that time. Alright everyone, so I have to redo this portion real quick. I noticed I missed the metal barrel, so we have the 15 centimeter barrel in metal barrel, and there's the plastic one again on the sprues. So won't have to sand out any seam lines with this, of course. Here we have the directions. It's got the brief overview of the history of the tank, or what little information is on this tank. Opening it up, we have the your cautions, paints, parts list. Step 1 and 2 is the lower hull, running gear. Step 3, more putting together the lower hull, the side armor. Step 4, we put together the rubber band tracks, which again, it has that steel pin that goes in that attaches the tracks together. Step 5 is going to be the upper portion of your lower hull. And then this is where you have to pay attention. So we have steps 6.1 and 6.2. 6.1 and 6.2 are going to be the different engine decks, and based on which gun you choose to go with. So again, 6.1 is going to be different than 6.2. Same thing with 7.1 and 7.2. It's going to go into step 8-1, step 8-2. So again, it's going to have the different gun mantlet depending on which gun you choose. Now step 9 doesn't really matter. Everything's the same because it's just the commander's cupola. And then finally, step 10, you have the plastic barrel or the metal barrel if you choose to do the 15 centimeter, or if you choose to do the 12.8. Once again, it's just a plastic one, but that's where your steps differ. Then you have the different paint schemes. They're what-if paint schemes, but you have, your usual red oxide primer, kind of a summer camouflage scheme, or desert, sorry. I would call this more of a summer camouflage scheme, and then a winter camouflage scheme. So just pretty much, 4 different color schemes. These are all done by Ammo by MiG, but of course you can use Vallejo, AK, Tommy, or whatever you choose. But again, the listed paints are Ammo by MiG, and then of course you got other kits that Takom makes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This kit just came out this year in 2022. Kit number is 2156. I really look forward to building this one. It should be pretty simple and honestly pretty quick. Painting will probably be what takes me the longest. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I just want to thank you guys for watching this video. Again, this is my first video, so if you guys have any recommendations on what I can do better, again, please bear with me. I'm completely new to this. So yeah, thank you again, and thanks for watching, guys. Thank you.